Hi, welcome to a Pygamepi production. This is Derek Hoyt, and I will be doing a little Java programming. So this video was originally made for Miss Taylor for her Java programming class. It might be on YouTube, I really don't know yet. Anyway, so let's get started. Oh, wait. Before I start, I want to give a few tips to the people in Miss Taylor's class. You just got thrown into the class because you had to have another class on your schedule or whatever, or you couldn't get into a class you wanted to get into. Just get the basic ideas and remember the few basic things in this and you'll be fine. Don't think about it too much, whatever, just know that this does this and that does that, this works, that doesn't, and you'll get through it. Those of you who actually wanted to be in this class and are into computer stuff, then you should question why things do what they do and whatnot. If you want, you can ask Miss Taylor from my email and you can ask me questions about it. I'm perfectly fine with that as long as I don't get spammed or anything. So anyways, let's get started. So first, we need to make an application file. So you guys might be using JCreator, but it's relatively the same thing about how to do this stuff. So just come up here to File, New Project. It'll probably open up a window like this or something on this back panel piece thing, and it'll probably have something like this, and you'll just find Java and then Java application. Super easy to remember, nothing too complicated. I'm sure it'll have something like this. If not, Miss Taylor can show you how it is in JCreator. And you click next, and you'll click next. Oh, I'm using mappings, by the way. It's free. So anyways, then you'll name your project up here where it says project name. I'll call my video 1, and then if there's somewhere where it says create main class, click that, because then it'll make it so you don't have to type as much. Then you just click finish. Sorry about that, my little brother was wondering why I was talking to myself. So anyways, I'm now recording this area where you actually program, because it's easier to see if you're watching it on YouTube or something. So yeah, so you'll get this file right here, in this little window thing, and this is where you're going to be programming. You don't really have to pay attention to most of the stuff that it pre-wrote in here. This just tells you some stuff that you really don't need. This package thing is just tells Java that the package is called video1, which you named your application. This public class video1, you really don't have to know what that is. Just know that it's there. It should be there. And then this public static void main is what you should pay attention to, because it's where you'll do all your coding. See to do code application logic here. So this is where you're going to be programming it. You can delete that, it's just a comment. Doesn't have anything to do with the actual program. Anyways, so yeah, you'll be doing your programming here. It's called the main function. It's the first thing that Java will run. So in this program, I'll show you how to print to the console. The console will be below this little window with all this text. It'll be down here where my arrow disappears to. My cursor disappears to. I'll show you that in just a second when we run our program. So how do you print to the console? You start out with system.out.println parentheses semicolon. Semicolon is right next to L if you didn't know that. Oh, I keep forgetting to put my T right there. Just remember to print to the console, you have to type system.out.println. ln is short for line. So then in here, you can put anything like numbers, 26, or you can put false or true, true, or you can type a sentence and or just like anything, but you have to put apostrophes, no quotes, apostrophes, whichever one is the correct. I'm tired. Anyways, so pancakes are tasty with bacon and eggs. So yeah, you just type whatever in your apostrophes, quotes, whatever, and then you run your program, or you can put numbers in it, everything. Is to run your program. I'm gonna it'll get a little weird. Let me just pull this in here. So up at the top of the program you're running, it's probably JCreator, I would guess. I'm using NetBeans because it's free, and personally I like it better. Is up at the top, you'll see a green arrow somewhere, like you'll see like file and all this up here, but there's a green arrow. You'll click that, it'll run your program, and then it'll get underneath. So like the text will usually be here, and then below oh my gosh, below down here will be this output, and anyways, so this is where it'll print your stuff to. So it tells us that it is running, or ran, and then it'll print pancakes are tasty with bacon and eggs, because that's what you put in over here in your string or whatever that you printed to the console. So yeah, it's basically it. Just remember that's how you print into the console. You will be using it quite often. Make sure that's capitalized and you have a semicolon at the end, or it will give you eggs. Not not eggs, errors like this here. If you go over it, see semicolon expected. So just put a semicolon in there. Remember that. That's basically it for this tutorial. So I'll see you in the next one.